Shakur Stevenson has been rumored to be hospitalized after Davis allegedly jumped him. Rumors suggest that the altercation took place at a popular nightclub in Miami. Both Stevenson and Davis were present at the club, and tensions between their entourages had been brewing throughout the evening. What began as a verbal dispute quickly escalated into a physical confrontation. On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson is determined to give a thrilling performance in his hometown of Newark, New Jersey, this coming weekend against Artem Her-Onion. Stevenson views this bout as a stepping stone on his path toward potential mega showdown with Gervonta Davis. This highly anticipated fight would feature two undefeated lightweight world champions, Davis boasting a record of 30-0 with 28 knockouts and holding the WBA title, and Stevenson with a 21-0 record and 10 knockouts, reigning as the WBC champion. The more Stevenson contemplates the dream match, the more he sees the potential impact Tank could have on his career, akin to what Errol Spence Jr. did for Terrence Crawford. Spence and Crawford had been locked in a lengthy period of trash talk and stalled negotiations until they finally clashed last July. Crawford delivered a stunning 9th-round TKO, silencing his critics and cementing his greatness. Stevenson thinks a fight with Tank will boost his personal notoriety and solidify his status as a boxer. He expressed his ambition to be remembered as one of the greats and to be included in everyone's top 5. He used examples like Crawford, highlighting that he believed Crawford had been one of the best and greatest boxers, but needed the right opportunity to demonstrate it. Stevenson also mentioned Errol Spence, noting that he was the right opponent to showcase Crawford's true greatness.
I want to be in everybody's top 5 for sure. Top 3, top 5. Like his situation, I feel like he been one of the best, been one of the greatest boxers to do it, but he just had the opportunity and needed the opportunity to show it. And I think with Errol Spence, he was the right guy to be there to show how great he truly was. And I think with me,
Stevenson also didn't hesitate to identify that right person when asked. He mentioned that for him, all it takes is the right fight and the right opponent. He specifically pointed out that a fight against Tank Davis would be ideal, noting that many people believe he can't win, which he finds motivating. Stevenson and Davis have both insisted on wanting to battle one another.
All it takes is the right fight and the right person.
What do you think that fight's gonna be for you at 135?
Tank. I think me and Tank is the fight, and I think everybody think that I can't do it, so I love that part about it.
Shakur Stevenson is totally committed to defeating Artem Her-Onion. That doesn't prevent him from having opinions about Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko. In fact, Stevenson categorizes them both as scared. When questioned by a reporter about Davis's recent critique of Stevenson's boxing style, the WBC champion responded without hesitation. Stevenson began saying about Davis, "That just sounds like somebody who's scared, somebody that says you're defensive. And I don't want to get in the ring with you because you have great defense. That sounds like somebody who's scared of losing. I don't pay no mind to it. I got Artem in front of me, and that's the focus." Stevenson put Lomachenko in the same group when his name was brought up. He said, "Lomachenko looks good, but I still think he's scared. He's scared to fight me. Stop being scared, Lomachenko. We're going to call you Duckchenko or Scarychenko until you fight me, champ. Nickname me after I whoop his." Even though the 3 stars have never engaged in combat, their names have been linked for a while. Shakur suggested that although the Matrix appeared sharp and decisive, Lomachenko might be apprehensive about facing him. This remark seemed to catch the report off guard. In the 135 pounds weight class, Shakur Stevenson stands out prominently. His role as a WBC champion makes him a sought-after contender for title unification across the board. Adding to the excitement, this division features one of the most prominent names in boxing today, Gervonta Davis, followed by Vasyl Lomachenko. One must remember Oscar de la Hoya's invitation. William Zipa, a 28-year-old Mexican boxer, has delivered 26 of his 30 victories via knockout, showcasing a formidable power reminiscent of Tank. Interestingly, Cameron is also scheduled to fight on July 6, the same date as Shakur Stevenson, but in a different venue. Interestingly, this isn't the first occasion de la Hoya has challenged Stevenson. Following Zapa's recent victory against Maxie Hughes, the Golden Boy once again issued a call to arms to the southpaw from Newark. He said, "I would love to see him with anybody with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur, if you're watching, let's get it on. Let's go even top." Ranked CEO Bob Arum expressed excitement about the possible matchup. Incidentally, when eminent journalist Lance Pugin raised the question, William Zapa having his way in Vegas, who wants him next, Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis? The fight is over. The WBC lightweight champion jubilantly raised his hands in response, sparking anticipation among fans, eager for his reaction to de la Hoya's recent challenge. If we were to imagine the showdown between the Matrix and Shakur Stevenson, it's undeniable both stand out as paragons of technical prowess in recent boxing history. Absent an early stoppage, aficionados of pure boxing would relish witnessing a cerebral exchange between these two pugilistic intellects, as Vasyl Lomachenko's triumphant return against George Kambosos Jr. cemented his status as the leading figure in the lightweight division. It certainly seems that way. Rumors are swirling about negotiations for a showdown between the two-time Olympic gold medalist and Gervonta Davis, with a Baltimore native eager to challenge the Ukrainian. Why should contenders from New Jersey be overlooked? In an exclusive interview with Stephen A. Smith, coach Calvin Ford issued a clear warning: all challengers should be on high alert. According to him, the only adversary capable of defeating Tank Davis is Davis himself. Ford said, Tank against Tank, that's the only person that's going to be Tank. I'm just telling you, there's a reason why Tank is here. I'm just the voice in his head that knows how to push them buttons, and we still ain't seen greatness yet. Ford further said, everybody talks about Shakur is a master boxer, but at the end of the day, what Tank do? He's setting everybody on notice. I'm trying to give them the blueprint, accept the money, and see can you beat him. Moreover, Shakur Stevenson has allegedly inked a deal with Mayweather Promotions and has thrown down the gauntlet to Gervonta Davis for about later this year. While these are only rumors, the anticipation for this showdown is palpable, and there are no apparent obstacles to prevent it from happening. Both athletes are major figures in boxing at present, with Gervon possibly enjoying a marginally higher profile. Nonetheless, Shakur is swiftly closing the gap. Stevenson, akin to Davis, hails from Newark and holds the lightweight champion title, adding weight to the prospect of a unification match. However, Davis has voiced hesitations regarding this eagerly anticipated bout. Shakur is gearing up for his comeback in the ring next week following his triumphant third World Championship victory 6 months ago. Amidst this interim period, he startled fans with an unexpected announcement of retirement, ensuring no shortage of drama.
Gun to your head, when are we gonna see the Shakur Tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin Tanks?
There's only one fight that is really
the one
that, like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
keep it on. What's
like,
the fight?
My opinion, because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Can do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight.
After securing yet another triumphant title defense, Gervonta Davis finds himself in the limelight once more. Shakur Stevenson recently engaged in a deep discussion with esteemed boxing journalist Kevin Ald, delving into various topics, including Davis's notable comments from the post-fight press conference following the Frank Martin bout in 2007. The Nat Furr Award honored the WBC lightweight champion, who in a recent interview provided exclusive details about his upcoming title defense preparations. During the discussion, the focus shifted to the scrutiny he faced after his fight with Edwin de Los Santos, highlighting his agile defensive tactics as a major talking point. Critics, including Gervonta Davis, misunderstood the display, viewing it more as running rather than acknowledging the artistry of a celebrated defensive boxer's skillful techniques. During the post-fight conference of his recent match, when asked for his thoughts on a potential matchup with Stevenson, Davis responded, "You know how it would go. Everybody in this room knows how it would go later on." He admitted that a fight between them would be good for the game. Kevin Ald opened with glowing praise for Shakur Stevenson, highlighting him as a top contender in the pound-for-pound rankings. However, despite this acclaim, Ald was keen to get Stevenson's reaction to recent remarks made by Gervonta Davis. He clarified that Davis himself made the statement, emphasizing that it came directly from one of Stevenson's peers rather than from Ald or any other boxing observer. Shakur retaliated, suggesting that Tank's comments were likely casual in nature. Shakur emphasized the importance of honesty, urging everyone to truly observe before forming judgments. Furthermore, he suggested that Davis's statements might reflect a lack of deep boxing knowledge rather than a low boxing IQ.